Okay, so this is the stress management section of our conference call today on April 25th, 2021. And, we live in stressful times. People are worried about finances. They're anxious about going back out and starting things up again. They're afraid to get the vaccine. They're afraid not to get the vaccine. They're afraid to expose their family to Morgellons. And they're afraid they're never going to get their life back. So lots of stressors going on in our lives right now. And it's really important to manage those. I got an Apple Watch, and it has a little app on it called Breathe.
Oh, fantastic!
And it is so cool. It does it for 1 minute at a time, and it actually it tingles, so you know when to inhale and when to exhale, and then it says, "Good job." It's really nice. So breathing is such a important part of, it doesn't work with all kinds of anxiety, as we know, but it can be very, very helpful. It lowers your blood pressure. It helps you start thinking creatively for creative solutions. And, it goes against the grain. You want to do fight or flight, but if you just stop and breathe, solutions can come.
So that was a great introduction. So let's do the deep breathing exercise.
Okay.
Robin's the best at this. So how often do you do this deep breathing every day?
I've been trying to do it every hour.
Every hour. How often does your Apple Watch suggest?
That's what my Apple Watch suggests.
Every hour.
But it's only a minute, so I tend to do it longer.
But at least a minute is a start. So here you go. Apple knows. Apple knows. So don't take our word for it. Who are we? Hey, Apple, practically $1 trillion corporation. Breathe. They know. So do it every hour. And so Robin's going to show you how to do the deep breathing. And as Robin said, we get stressed out. And we get many people who are up against the wall and they're worried. They're so worried that it's going to kill them, or their life is never going to be useful again, or they're going to lose their job, or that it just becomes like a snowball rolling down a hill that you can't stop. It gets bigger and bigger, and when you're in this mode of thinking, you can't have any creativity going on. Keeping a diary is like a stupid thing to even think about. How can you have time to sit down? And, I used to get stressed out. And when you feel that you can least afford to do this, is the time you want to do it. Because you're going to get there when you get there, and you're going to get done what you get done and not a thing more. It's as simple as that. So taking this time every hour would be ideal. But if you do it every time you come to a stop sign while you're driving,
just
every
don't
time.
Shut your eyes.
What's that?
Don't shut your eyes if you're driving.
Oh, yes, don't shut your eyes. That's why you're at a stop sign or a stop light. You got at least a minute or so at a stop light. So you do it then. You put a little reminder there. If you don't have the Apple Watch, you do it when you go to answer the phone. You get a text, and you do it before you check your text or your messages. Because when you go to answer the phone, that's a little stressful. Who's calling? What do they want? Okay, so, okay, now I'll check my phone. Okay. Yeah, hey, amazing, just what that can do. And so look at times during the day that you can make it in. And And then when the Apple Watch is affordable, get it and have it remind you. But between now and then, you have to remind yourself. Okay, so
actually,
Robin,
you know, I did buy this refurbished through another place, and it was a quarter of the price that an Apple Watch costs.
oh, we're going to have to publish that place.
Yeah, so it was well worth it, and that's what today I'm wearing this shirt that says "Simply Blessed."
Yes, simply blessed.
I am breathing. Right. So yeah.
Okay,
All
go
right.
to it.
Okay, so you could do this standing up, or you can be sitting down, but if you're sitting down, don't cross your legs, put both feet on the ground, your back straight, your shoulders are down, your chin is up, and we're going to breathe in through our nose for 5 seconds, hold for 5 seconds, and then breathe out for 10 seconds. If you can't go for 10 seconds, whatever you can do is fine. And we're going to focus on prayer and affirmations, I would say. We're going to think, we're going to declare the things that aren't as though they are. And you know, that's so important. So let your breath out and breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold and think of hope. Imagine your body filling with hope, and breathe out. Every cell is like a flower turning to the sun, turning to hope and peace and love and joy. And breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, and smile. You can't be depressed and smile. It's really hard. 4, 5, and breathe out. And breathe out relief and peace. And imagine your environment being totally clear. And breathe in. You know, this week I got my rug seemingly clear of parasites. I love this rug. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, and breathe out, and all things are possible for those who believe. 8, 9, 10. Breathe in joy. 2, 3. Overflowing happiness. And hold. Creativity. Have fun cooking. And breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. We are warriors and we are winning. 8, 9, 10. And breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold. And imagine going barefoot in your house, on your floors. And breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Imagine hugging your family with no fear. 9, 10, of anything. And last one, breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, exhale. Release that worry. Release that stress. Release the fears. And just soak in peace. And then take a sip of water. Release those toxins and let the water flush them out of your body.
Or Sista's tea and comfrey is what I drink.
Right. Well, I've been drinking Sista's tea all
with my minerals in there.
Time. I'm just about out of that, so I have my water here.
Thank you, Robin. So good. Really, we can share the technique with you, but we can't be there to have you do it. So please do it. If anyone would like to text Robin any questions, or you'd like to share, text or call Chris how you've been managing stress. Last week we talked about depression, which is a killer. I mean, so many people we lost our my dear friend in South Africa, who was our technical writer. She took her life. It's sad. We couldn't get supplies to her. We couldn't get her the riding soap to her. She couldn't find a way of controlling her environment. So that's a part of stress, being depressed. So go back and look at the last two calls that we did on YouTube and beat depression. You know, it's just it's like it's like a thing there that's trying to control you. Imagine one of those cartoons.
Like Pigpen from Peanuts, right?
Right.
The big
Peanuts.
cloud that was over him wherever he went. We can walk out of that cloud.
Right. It doesn't have to run you. You know, in the last 2 weeks we talked about how you can acknowledge it, feel it, let it go, and aim your brain where you want to go and get your life back. Doing this deep breathing will keep doing it. So you move away from panic and let the creativity flow. That's what this is all about. Anyone like to share, or please? Otherwise, we're going to turn it back over to Robin, and she'll sing us a song. No one.
Do the happy self.
I have somebody who wants to ask a question.
All right. Okay.
Hello.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, me, Elizabeth.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi, Richard.
Hi.
Richard, I got a diagnosis from the doctor.
Yes.
Toxoplasmosis.
Okay.
That's parasites in the blood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they're gonna put me in medication, and also ozone treatment, and ultraviolet.
Okay.
Weekly, yeah.
Okay.
And now, meanwhile, it's very hard for me to control the environment. I don't know. It's so hard.
Are you in the hospital or?
No. I'm not in the hospital. No, I'm working until 9 o'clock, and I started to wash my scalp. You know, my scalp and like around 9, 10, and I finish like 2 in the morning. Like I doing every day, because you know it's so hard to release them. Hi.
Okay. And your question is?
There is how can I and there is and also I taking the pill for the black label.
I'm not
but
quite
I
following
haven't.
you.
Yeah, and I asked you if Dr. Sue can call me, because I needed to ask for to put in medication for ORAP to control the dopamine.
Did you return the questionnaire to him?
Yes, I did. I did like 2 weeks ago.
Okay, and you haven't heard from him?
No, nothing.
All right, I will email him or text him and remind him to contact you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thank you so much. It's so stressful. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're
Richard.
welcome. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Anyone else like to share or ask a question? Elizabeth was referring to the medications that we recommend to reduce dopamine uptake in the brain, and we do have a doctor that works with us, an independent physician who we'll prescribe those medications on the phone. Or we also have the new Parasite Stop formula. Hopefully it's in stock this week. We had trouble keeping it in stock.
That's great.
Anyone else have a question or like to share? Well, Robin, it's all yours. Let's do the happy song, the happy self song.
What I happen to have here is my mountain dulcimer.
Oh, wow.
It's such a, dulcimer, the word comes from, the root is Latin for sweetness.
Okay.
And there's this song I've been thinking of lately. It's Simple Gifts. It's an old Shaker tune, and I think it goes perfectly with breathing. So I'd like to play it for you guys.
All right,
okay.
We'll breathe along. Great. Fantastic. Okay. Thank you, Robin. Now, what's this got to do with managing stress? Well, the idea is to do things to, I guess, move your mind away from the anxiety and stuff along with that we talked about earlier. So go to YouTube. Robin has a channel on YouTube, or find some other genre of music that you like, and make that a part of what you do every day. Something that is stress relief, calms you, relaxes you, something that you enjoy listening to. Laughter is something that's important when it comes to managing stress and healing. Go to YouTube and find comics that you enjoy their comedy, and laugh, listen to them, make a diet of it. It all goes to the process of healing. So is that your hourly reminder to do your deep breath?
No, that was someone texting.
Okay. So you do everything, so we're just adding a couple more clutches here while you're doing the disinfecting and the diet and cleaning your skin and the supplements. Do your mind as well, the deep breathing. Sometimes we do another type of exercise. It's called tapping, where you simply tap different areas of your body and repeat an affirmation as you're doing it to program your mind. When you're doing the deep breathing, you can even repeat affirmations like, let go, I'm healthy, I'm creative, let go, I feel good. So you mix it all together and you come out the other end healthy. Anyone like to share or ask a question? Anybody text in or called in? If not,
no, Richard.
Okay. You have anything to say before we close this, Robin?
No. Jill asked if you would like to tell a little bit about Parasite Stop.
Oh, parasite stop formula?
Yeah.
Well, it's basically new, and our herbalist, Barbara, who's not on the call, I don't think she is, did the research and has found herbs that have a similar effect of reducing dopamine uptake in the brain that these medications do. In fact, this goes back over a year or so. One of the people who joined the program suggested, hey, why not use herbs instead of medicine? Well, hey, that's pretty good. So I had Barbara look into it, and she has come up with a list of herbs that have the similar purpose, and has put together a formulation that we call Parasite Stop. And so you take, I don't know if it's 3 capsules a day or what it is, of these herbs, and the idea is to reduce the dopamine uptake so that the diet is easier for it to kick in and the parasite's less active. And we're waiting to get feedback on it. Our problem right now is getting a good regular supply. It seems that we run out of it before we get more back in. So it's in and out of the store. It's not always there. Anyone else have a question or anything you'd like to share?
We have it in the store, Richard. Now I'm going to be packaging it. We received it from Barbara.
Okay, great. Okay. Anyone else like to share or ask a question? Well, I want to thank Ethel. Remember, tune in 10-15 minutes before 4 o'clock, and I mean, Ethel has a way of getting you in a great frame of mind for this call. It's a show in itself. And thank Robin for being my co-host, Chris for handling the technical aspects, and thank you each and every one of you for coming here. Our goal is one thing, and that is to support you in getting your life back so that you can say, months or maybe a year down the line or whatever it takes, is that thanks to you guys, hey, I stuck with it. I did 2 weeks of the hair thing, and I went to a month and it worked. Okay, finally, I stuck with it thanks to you, and I got my life back. So that's all we want. That's all. We love success breeds more success. So thanks, everybody. I love you all. Keep coming back. If anybody's interested in any income opportunities and the buddy coach system, if you'd like to find a buddy coach and find out who the winner is for our today's drawing, stay tuned after we close this out. Thank you. Okay, we can end this segment.